Hey everyone, Dad Gekman here. This is my first Yu-Gi-Oh video. I've only been playing about 6 weeks. My daughter's been playing about 2 months. I started off watching her, helping her. She decided she wanted to play. She's only 11. She needed some help. Did that, helped her out. Found a local store that plays every Saturday tournaments. Small scale, nothing huge. Play there every week. I decided I enjoyed it, so I was gonna try out myself. Got me a Super V starter deck and went from there. This is a Gagaga deck. Now, if you're watching this to win a tournament, watch a different video. This is my evolution, my Gagaga Evolution, if you will. When I first started with this deck, the first incarnation, I lost everything. I didn't win a single round. Last week I went 3-3, made it to the top 8, lost first round top 8. No big deal. Still learning, still building. Every week I'm going to show the deck that I had, the changes I made. I'm going to possibly, if anybody wants, get a video of a match, show the deck in action. We'll see. Anyway, like I said, here's my Gagaga Evolution. Feel free to post comments. I'd like to keep it Gaga's. A lot of people say I should go with gears or spell books. Spell books are expensive. Most expensive stuff I have is extra deck, and it was all Christmas gifts. But I'm going to try to keep it similar, mostly Gaga's. Maybe later on I'll start throwing in the spell books or whatever. This deck is slow. You need to build it up. You need to bide time to build it up. However, I think there's a card coming out next format or next series, Gagaga Emergency Academy or something like that. That should speed things up a bit. But we'll talk about that another time. For now, let's get with the deck list. 3 magicians, excellent. 3 girls. She could target a magician. Magician could change the level 1 to 8. She could target a magician. When she XE summoned, I can target 1 special summon monster my opponent controls. Its attack becomes 0. Remember that. Let's see. 1 card that I'm only running 2 at. Child, you could special summon her from your hand if you control a Gaga. When you do that and she matches the level, you lose your battle phase. I'm only running 2 because I didn't want to lose my battle phase, but I found myself wishing I would have had her more often because I didn't miss the battle phase as much as I thought I would. But I'll probably move her up to 3. We'll see. Then next we got Caesar. Caesar's good. You banish a monster that has a level from your graveyard. Him and all Gagas you control on the field become that level. That's great for some of the stuff in my hand, in my extra deck. Gardner. He is special summoned from your hand in defense position. When somebody declares an attack against you. I wasn't running him. I put him in for another reason, but I'm gonna, we'll finish this first. Tomato, I'm only running 1. He seeks out a dark monster with 1500 or less. That's all my spellcasters. When he goes to the graveyard, suicide. I was given advice to get Cyber Dragons. I got Cyber Valley instead. Cyber Dragons are good because they're level 5, 2100. This guy I think is better. He gets attacked. Bam, negate the attack and the battle phase. Go to the graveyard, draw a banish, draw a card. I mean, in this deck, there's no searching, so drawing cards is good. Most of the time, though, they'll just bottomless or banish, try. Arcana Force. Love this card. 4,000 attack, 4,000 defense. Hard to play. You can only do it by getting rid of 3 cards. Then you flip a coin. Heads, he attacks twice. Tails, he gets destroyed. Everything gets destroyed. He's here because I can't get Tragodia. When I ask if anybody has a Tragodia to spare, I get laughed at. He's the reason why I threw Gardner back in. Gardner comes out in defense, about to get destroyed. This is in your hand. Pitch him to the graveyard. He's alive. He's in your graveyard. Set up your field with Caesar. Banish him. Caesar and whatever Gagagas on your field are level 10 are now level 10. That was the plan. In the 6 matches I played, it never happened, but I was trying. I got another card I'm going to try, but we'll see. Tragodia would make that a lot easier. He's easier to play, easier to get in the graveyard, but we'll see. I can't get him. About $8, $10, something like that. Gores, I like the card. I've not had a chance to use him in the 6 matches I played, but I see how he could come in handy. I could also see where I might be able to take him out and make room for something else if I needed it. And Blackluster, he's the only card I have in my hand that banishes things. I don't like banishing from my graveyard, but he comes in handy. I was running Dark Armed and Chaos, but like I said, I don't like banishing. I like my creatures in my graveyard when I need them. So that's the monsters. 19. Next up, 3 Bolt. MST on steroids as long as you got a Gaga. Destroy any card on the field if you control a Gaga. Love it. Gaga Revenge. Call the Haunted on steroids. As long as you're bringing back a Gaga monster, you bring it back from the graveyard, XZ summon it. All XZ monsters you control gain 300 attack when you do. Can't go wrong there. Next, Creature Swap. Cat, get out of the way. I could probably find other cards to run, but I mean, opponent does all this work, brings out, you know, something like Scrap Dragon or Blue Azure Eyes or something. Actually, I don't know if it'll work on Azure Eyes, but brings out a big monster. Well, you got Child. Child is good, not when she's alone on the field. Creature Swap. Now, you got an 800 attack monster versus whatever card you just took. Love Creature Swap. Hate when it's used against me, unless I have another one to bring it back. Reinforcements of the army. Get a Gardner or a Caesar, whichever I need. With only 4 targets, it's almost not worth it. If I get rid of the Gardners, like I'm thinking about, then I may get rid of that card. Not sure. Pot of Duality. It's great. You choose a card. Fortunately, your opponent sees which one that is, but if I had more, I'd run more. Somebody gave me an Allure of Darkness. I was using it. Don't like it. Giving it to my daughter. She has a dragon deck. She could bring stuff. Doesn't matter to her if she banishes 1 dark. I don't like banishing, so I don't use Allure. But Pot of Duality, if I had more, I'd run them. Book of Moon, I use it every time. Every time. I've never not used it. I wish I had 2 or 3 of them, though I'm probably glad it's limited. Dark Hole, you're in trouble. Bam. Everything's dead. Start over. Like that. That's it there with the spells. Now the traps is what I need help on. Let's see. 2 Trap Holes. Love that card. I only have 2. That's why I'm only running 2. If I had 10, I'd probably use them all. Bottomless. If I had 10, I'd run 10. Probably wouldn't have anything else but Trap Holes. Compulsory. It's great for cards that can't be destroyed, can't get over, send them back to the hand, especially if they're hard to summon in the first place. Draining Shield. Big beat stick attacks you. Oh, sorry. I'll take the life though. Magic Cylinder, always helpful. Metal Reflect Slime, level 10 effect monster. That helps when you bring out some of the big guys. It's also 3,000 defense. Impenetrable attack. You could either target one monster in the field that's either not destroyed by card effects or a battle during this battle phase, which is really good, or you take no battle damage during this battle phase, which again is also good. One Waboku, I have 2 of each. I'm running 1 and 1 right now, because sometimes you just don't want your monster to get destroyed, sometimes you just don't want any damage. Need more trap holes, but that's what I got. Extra deck. Start with the Zen mains, pretty standard. Giga Brilliant, all face-up monsters I control gain 300 for 2 level 3s, not bad. And then Acid Golem, I love Acid Golem, 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense. Yes, you have to pitch or take 2,000 damage, but get him out there for 2 turns, and if he doesn't get destroyed, a lot of people may not destroy him because he's going to end up hurting you. Swap him with something else, and that's automatic 2,000 damage to your opponent, and you did absolutely nothing. Then we got level 4s. We got Cowboy, Utopia Ray. I hardly use Utopia Ray. It's just there in case I'm actually using Utopia and I need to save its life. Level 5, Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja. All ninjas you control can't be destroyed. And then here's the big one in conjunction with Gaga Girl, Machu Mech. This leads to an OTK, basically. When Gaga Girl Xyz into something with another Gaga, special summon monster's attack becomes 0. Chronomaly, pitch 1. Target an enemy's card. It gets the difference between current attack and regular attack. So you get something that's a 3,000. Get it to 0 when you summon this. Pitch it. The difference would be 3,000. Your opponent takes 3,000. This card gains 3,000 attack, so he's now at 5,400. Bam, dead. Magic cylinders suck against him. Chronomaly Atlantis. I used him before I had Machu Mech. Here's, let's see, Crimson Blade. Can't be negate the activation of a card or effect that targets this card. Played it first turn against a guy running Scrap, and he wasted his Dark Hole on me just to get rid of it because he couldn't do anything about it. Hated him. And then my wife is awesome. Number 11 Big Eye. I've used this so many times. Oh, it's great. I love it. Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder. It's like Macho Mech, but not as good, especially with this guy. And now, this is why I need level 10s. Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max and Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer. When you get him out, a lot of times people just give up. You destroy that back row, and most of the time people do not have anything on the field that can take 5,000. I try to use him. Sometimes you can't get to it. So I use him, 3,000, 3,000, ditch a card, take 2,000 away from your enemy. But I'm about to run out of time, so like I said, leave some comments, see what you think, and I'll be back next week after I fine-tune this a little bit more, and we'll see where I go from there. Thanks for watching.